This Pioneer deck took down a tournament of 2,000 players, and not just any old players, but players that had already won 2 tournaments to get to there. And this deck came out number 1. Well, maybe you think, oh, it's just a regular Rakdos deck. No, it somehow uses Tree of Perdition. We're going to test this out on Arena. Let's go. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, well, as soon as I heard about a deck that beat 2,000 other players playing the best, like trying to win, trying to qualify for the Pro Tour, apparently, with Tree of Perdition, a famously bad rare from one of the old Innistrad sets. I don't even know which one this is, but it's that Shadows over Innistrad. 0/13 Defender, 4 mana, plant. Tap, exchange target opponent's life total with Tree of Perdition's toughness. Okay. Well, we're not playing it fairly, of course. We're going to be trying to play it with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. So we're going to try to give a small creature that ability, say the Fear of Missing Out from Duskmourn. 2 mana, 2/3. When it enters, discard a card, maybe discard a Tree of Perdition, and draw a card. And when it attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard, untap target creature. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Fair enough. So maybe discard Tree of Perdition, attack, untap it. Because Agatha's Soul Cauldron can exile a card from a graveyard, and when a creature is exiled this way, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And creatures you control with +1/+1 counters have all activated abilities, including the Tree of Perdition ability, of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Okay? Are you following this? So, this is baseline Rakdos value, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, beat them down with Blood Tithe Harvesters, Mutavaults, etc. But there's also this combo win with Agatha's Soul Cauldron and or Marvin Murderous Mimic, which has all activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. So nice with the Blood Tithe Harvester, has a nice activated ability. We can sack Marvin to remove stuff as well. But Marvin can also work around graveyard hate. As long as we get that Tree of Perdition under Agatha's Soul Cauldron, then we can get some +1 counters on Marvin, maybe with the backup ability of Voldaren Thrillseeker. Also an activated ability to sacrifice, deal damage to its power equal to its power to any target. Okay, I hope this is all making sense. It makes sense in my brain, but I haven't played the deck. We're going to play it. We're going to figure it out. Deck list in the description. This comes with the sideboard, but we're playing best of 1. We're going to see if we can combo off / just value, Rakdos value win on the Explorer queues here on Arena with Cauldron of Perdition. Rakdos Cauldron. Let's try it.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
I'm legitimately playing this deck for the first time. The original pilot is Corey Lack. And we know Corey must be quite good. You have to know your competition and know to get that far and to win that much against that big a field of really phenomenal Magic players. You have to be quite good, I think. Okay, well, it's a Yorion deck. There were quite a few control decks at the tournament, apparently. So, oh, okay. I guess Beanstalk to begin with. Don't need them getting that value out to beans. They can't do anything about the Soul Cauldron. Pass the turn. Could be chewing up their graveyard here. Actually, they can do something with the Leyline Binding. Okay, they just buy Yorion. Teacher Beans. The Blackcleave Cliffs. Well. If we put the Tree of Perdition in the grave, if we eat the Tree of Perdition with... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. That was a good draw. But let's see if we can take out the Leyline Binding. They also have Skyclave Appetizer. So that's unfortunate. Let's just pass the turn. I think they play the Skyclave here, if they can. Maybe they don't have the white mana to do it. Let's attempt the old Trio of Perdition. And they're going to go. All right, well. Let's do red, I suppose. And I don't think we need another Agatha Soul Cauldron. This is a legendary too, so let's ditch that. See what we can find. Another Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay. We'll just try to get all their creature removal dealt with. There's Yorion. Just a zero value Yorion. I don't know what we just eat their graveyard for a hot minute here. We can blink nothing. Yorion does not lose to Fatal Push. Well. Blood Tithe Harvester number 2. We'll buy Agatha. And in the turn, Overlord of the Flood Pits. Yeah, so this is Overlord Beans. Don't seem to have white sources in their deck. I don't know what their plan is. Okay, they're tapped out now. Let's eat the Elish Norn. Harvester. Okay, here we go. So we tap, exchange target opponent's life total with the toughness. So here we go. Now we have 21 toughness. And then we Voldaren Thrillseeker and throw it at your face. It works. Up against Drying Rack. There is a rack in Magic. The Rack. Who here still remembers the rack? Anyone old enough to remember? We've got Agatha. We've got a way to discard the tree. A little bit of protection. We don't have super good mana, but I'll keep it. Guess we're going first this time. Let's see what Drying Rack has got for us. Okay. Well, only one target. I'm going to Croxa us. But the Croxa actually is good. We want to discard Tree of Perdition. Maybe this deck benefits from a meta where everybody is playing the discard. Tap land? Sure. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Pass the turn. Kuruxa. We'll ditch the tree. Now we get to eat your Croxa. Yum yum. Oh, and we draw land just on time. Right on time. Yeah, so they do have removal next turn, so yeah, let's do Fable. I need one more mana to instant speed win with Volnarian Thrillseeker, I think. Fatal push that. We've got Stomp still. Let's just eat their graveyard. Blood Tithe Harvester. So, what do we lose here? I feel like we want to keep the Harvester and get at least one more piece of their removal out of here. Here's a Stomp. Well, what if I put a +1 counter on this? What would you say to that? Nice try, opponent. They do have the Murderous Rider, though. So they... Oh, and they got Fatal Push. Okay. Opponent playing Removal Tribal. Ditch, torch the tower here. Let's try and go for the win. There we go. Okay, they're all tapped out. I think we've got the win. Possibly? No, wait. We need to have a creature survive long enough. Don't we? Black? Or maybe with the Mutavault? Activate it. Yeah. And then we'll get the win next turn, right? So activate the Mutavault. Put a +1/+1 counter. Tap the Mutavault. Now your life total is 3. Okay, opponent. You know, Thrillseeker you to death. Oh, Duress is not going to stop it. Duress is not going to stop it. We got it? Did we get it? Got it. Ooh. Victory. I'm wondering if part of what made this deck so good in the tournament is people were just not expecting the Tree of Perdition thing. That's possibly it. The Surveil Land has not been great, especially against these aggro decks. Yeah, let's... We could Duress, or we could keep Fatal Push open. Guess let's Duress, because they could just be all burn. Okay, well, we can take one Embercleave. Fervent Champion will be coming down. And a Phoenix check. Okay. Double Fatal Push. I'll happily buy that. So at what point do they get Ember? They need one more attacker to get their cheap Embercleave, I believe. Can I see Embercleave? One less to cast for each attacking creature, yeah. So I guess we'll worry if they play a land. They don't play a land. Let's Fatal Push a U. And the U. Take one. And Torch the Tower is nice. I think. Make a 3/3 Thrill Seeker. They're gonna bolt it. Okay. Well, in some ways we want it in the graveyard. Here comes Anax. And we're gonna have to hardcast this Tree of Perdition. Fear of missing out would be great. Do we just take the hit? They have 3 plus 2 attackers. If they draw a land, we're getting cleaved. We don't really have a way to stop it, so 'tis what it is. Is it the cleave? No cleave. Another lightning bolt. Another Kamano. Okay. No. You're missing out. Discard a Tree of Perdition. Get a Blood Crypt. Tapped, I suppose. We've got instant sorcery creature in the graveyard. Comes a Delirium. Okay, so now they have the cleave. So I think we torch the Phoenix chick. No blocks, we get a 6. Another Tree of Perdition. Yay. Do we just play this as a blocker, or do we play Gigantha as a blocker? I guess potentially this as a blocker can eat the cleave. Do we even dare attack? Oh, they're going with Torbran. Torbran. Very aggressively attacking. And we can get rid of the cleave, but how do we survive? Block that. That gets through for 4. That gets through for 3. So I guess we take away the Embercleave. Hope they don't draw any. Like, hope they draw land. Pass the turn. Block. Block. May as well tap. Make this a 0-20. Go to 1. Is there a deck that wins me here? I just need 1 burn spell or 1 hasty creature. There it is. Good game. Ouchie. Up against Kobe Kapakanen. Hey, we got the Purdy. You can put it in the graveyard with the blood token. Opponent is going first, though. We need a creature that gets haste or something in this. Go with the tap Blood Crypt. What are they on? They're a Karuga deck. I don't think there's anything they can play next turn. Whoa, what's happening with their cards? They're waving at us. Weird. And Bloodtithe Harvester. Roaring Furnace. Ouch, you ouch. Ooh, Thrill Seeker is nice to have. So actually, before we play a land, let's put Tree of Perdition in the graveyard. Got Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We'll go with Marvin. Okay, they got nothing. So, do we go for value? I guess there's no chance they have instant speed removal. No, they could have, like, Stomp or something. Hey! Okay. Well, they let us know they didn't have it. I thought we were going to have to play around something. Okay. We'll try to demonstrate the combo one last time. Up against Maticus. Spartacus's long-lost Matt. Yeah, we'll just do a Surveil. Thoughtseize, probably could use it. Okay, just a mono white, not playing anything deck. No biggie. Bloodtithe Harvester. Get that value. Portable Hole coming down. Well, do we do red? We always need more black in this deck. That's Thoughtseize. See what they're up to. They got a lot of portable holes. Mondrak, they're gonna play next turn. Well, we could double Thoughtseize and get rid of both their Mondraks. Then where are they at? How about that opponent? Pass the turn. Does it have an activated ability? It does. Sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures. Put an indestructible counter. Eat that with Agatha. Although, we do need, actually, well, to worry about the portable hole in the Agatha interaction there. Okay. They make a 2/2. They gain some life. Aha, okay. So we got the Tree of Perdition. This time we'll do red. Let's get that in the graveyard. And, yeah, let's get rid of the portable hole. Pass the turn. The next turn we can Cauldron. Put their life total down to 3. And hopefully win from there. The Dollmaker's Shop. Okay. And they're gonna make this guy nice and big. Hit us for 6. Make a 1/1. Sure. No blocks. Wonder if it's worth ditching Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I guess I won't. So let's give Tree of Perdition ability to you. Opponent now has 4 life. And so I didn't think that ahead. We should have saved that as an instant ability, I suppose. Jump the 7/7. I need the Voldaren backup. Could actually take the 7. Another Tree of Perdition. We'll discard that. I have the Eye Tyrant. We'll discard that. Fountain Port. Not helpful. By Agatha. We could give that double Tree of Perdition ability. They're 1 mana away from unlocking this and just winning the game, right? So pass turn. What'd they get? They got the land. Oh no. Did they win? Because those are going to become 5/5s. Yeah. Good game. So, how did we do? Well, clearly I am not one of these pro or semi-pro Pioneer players. We did 4 and 4, 50% win rate, 50% of the play, 50% on the draw. Very evenly matched competition, and I'm only at the gold ranking here. But we did get to see a good mix of decks. The mono-red aggro decks were a real difficulty, and some other people, your mono-green devotion, just ran away with it. A lot of these matchups you probably do get improved if you play best of 3 with the sideboard. So other than that, I just kept wishing for a bit of a haste thing, but part of it could just be my sequencing of the deck. There's a lot of brain power, I feel like, to play this deck, the Agatha Soul Cauldron, and trying to time it. So take advantage of when your opponents don't have removal or do have removal, etc. The Raucous Theaters, I wasn't a huge fan of for the best of 1. I know it's nice to be able to surveil a where is it? To surveil the Tree of Perdition into the graveyard, but I would probably just go with some more fast lands if it was me, because best of 1 is just a bit faster. So I feel like Raucous Theater can be cut, but that is the experience of the deck. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments below pointing out all my play mistakes so we can all learn from them. And this is Manadad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.